Hey everyone, this is Dev and you are watching DuckScript, and today we are going to see the updated problem of the CSES problem set, that is the Raab game 1, and the problem statement is considered two-player game where each player has n card number from 1 to n, and on each turn both players place one of their card on the table. The player who placed the higher card gets 1 point, and if the cards are equal neither player gets a point. The game continue until all cards have been played. Okay, so you are given the number of card n and the players score at the end of the game, that is A and B, and your task is to give an example of how the game could have played out. Okay, so in the test cases we have given three variable, that is the n, a, b. N is the total number of card each player have initially, and after that a, that is the maximum score of the first person, and b is the maximum score of the second person. Okay, and let's analyze this problem with some example, that is 412. Let's say if n is equal to 4, a is equal to 1 and b is equal to 2. That means initially first person have 4 card, that is the 1, 2, 3 and 4. Second person have 4 card, that is the 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so and there are 4 event going to be happen. Out of these, a is going to win, that is the first person going to win 1 time and the second person going to win 2 times. So how many events are going to be win by the b, that is the 2, and by the a, that is the 1. So the overall event are going to be win either by a or b is 3. So how many events are going to be draw, that is the 4 minus 1 plus 2. If I am going to be more general, n minus a plus b. Okay, that is the going to be 1. So from this example there is 1 draw, 1 event win by a and 2 event win by b. Okay, so it is, yeah, and yes, it is a valid test cases. We are going to see how. So for, let's say in my approach I am just going to fix the second person's event and just try to process from the behalf of the first person. So let's say second person throw at the first event 1, 2, 3 and 4, and I know a is going to be win 1 time and b is going to be win 2 times. So from let's try to make some pattern, that is a is going to be win, yes, 1 time. So after that I just place 1, 2, 3. Okay, no, here a is going to be win 1 time and b is going to be win 3 times. So it is not that pattern. So I try to first of all fix the draw cases, that is I know there is one draw, so I try to fix one draw, either let's say making 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say these are going to be draw. So I mark this from n equal to 4 to n is equal to 3. So now I have to process n equal to 3, where a is going to be win 1 time and b is going to be win 2 time. Okay, so from these 3 event I want a to be win 1 time and b win to be 2 time. So for a win to be 1 time, I just a throw 3 from the behalf of the 1 and a win over here, and after that whatever it throw, let's say it throw 1 and 2, so b wins and b wins. So it is a valid test case where a is going to be win 1 time and b is going to be win 2 times. Okay, so let's say what are the invalid test cases. Okay, so if n is equal to 4 and if a is equal to also 2 and b is equal to also 2. So let's say if a is equal to 3 and b is equal to 2, so and n is equal to 4. So for second person 1, 2, 3, 4. So I want a to be win 3 times. Okay, so for this I am just marked is as a let's say 2, 3 and 4. So here a wins 3 times, but what happened here when I just place 1 over here, so b wins only 1 time. So if I more generalize this, if a plus b is going to be greater than n, so it is always going to be invalid case. Okay. So this is my first invalid case, and what is my second invalid case? Let's consider either A is never going to be win and B is never going to be win, and if n is anything, let's say if n is equal to 3. So from the behalf of first person, in the first event it show 1 2 3, and in the second person throw 1 2 3. So any time neither A is going to be win and B is going to be win. So A is equal when A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 0, then it is going to be valid test. So if I am trying to see a pattern that is either A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 0, and when A is equal to 0, B is going to be positive, and when B is equal to 0, A is going to be positive. Okay. So let's analyze for A equal to 1 and B equal to 0, for n equal to, let's say, 3. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to be fix second person event, that is the 1 2 3, and I want A is win only one time. Okay. So if A is going to be win only one time, I want it to be 1 is encounter with the maximum. Okay. Let's try with some possibility. Okay. And over here I just for tackle 2, I just don't want either A or B wins any further, so I marked there 2. So whatever I am going to write over here, 3 is encountered by 3, and 3 is the maximum number. So maximum number encountered by this 3 is 3, and and this 3 I used. So whatever I am going to be write over here, A is always going to be lose and B is always going to be win. So let's see if I am not putting 3 over here. So 1 2 3. So let's say if I am placing 2 over here to be win, and for this I don't want A further to be win and B to be win. So by default I require 2 over here, but 2 is also used. So if I am placing 3 over here, so A is going to be win, that is A going to be 2, and if I place 1 over here, so B is going to be win, so B is going to be 1. So let's say analyze one more example with 1 2 3. If I am placing 1 over here, okay, and when I am placing 1 over here, so I want either at this event 2 is going to be win and 3 is going to be win. So let's analyze 3. What I can place over here, 2 and 3. I don't want 2 to be put over here, because when I am going to place 2, B is going to be win, so I always going to place 3 over here to tackle 3. So and at this point I have only 2 that is going to be placed over here. So the overall what we get is A is not going to win any time and B is not going to win any time. So in my conclusion, what I am trying to say is, if anyhow if A is going to be at least wins one time, na, B is also going to be wins at one time. How? Let's try to analyze 1 2 3 4 for n equal to 4. So for 4, what if I am trying to if any event I want to choose second person going to be win. So what is my maximum potential candidate? This one, because 4 is the greatest number. Whatever I am going to place over here, 4 is always going to be win if this is not 4. Okay. So and what is my second potential candidate for from the behalf of the second person? That is 3 and 2. Okay. So if I am going to partition this array, okay, so from the behalf of the first person, there are some point over here, there are some point over here. Okay. So these are the maximum candidate which are going, let's say, which are going to be win, and these are the minimum candidate which are going to be lose from the behalf of the second person. So I want if greedily I want A to first person to be win, I want my maximum element from 1 2 3 4 to my left side, and my minimum element going to be right side. So I am going to place 1 2 onto the right side and 3 4 onto the left side. Okay. So I can say that if A plus B is going to be 0, A is either A is not going to be 0 or B is not going to be 0. this is the same condition as this, that is if a is going to be 0 and b is going to be some positive number, or b is going to be 0, a is going to be some positive number. This is also an invalid case. Okay, so I have my all invalid case, and after that all the cases are valid. So how we are going to generate the permutation, how we can get the event from the behalf of the first person and from the behalf of the second person. So let's analyze with n equal to 5, where a wins 1 time, b wins 2 times. So how many draws are there? There are 2 draws, that is the 5 minus 1 plus 2, that is 2 draws are there. So f first person second person, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. So there are 2 draws, that means a also throw some x and b also throw some x, a also throw some y and b also throw some y. So from the convenience, I want these x and y to be the maximum, so I can reduce this problem from n equal to 5 to n equal to 3, that is the total number of event, either a is going to be win or b is going to be win. So first I partitioned this array as something like this, okay, and mark this as a 4 5 4 5, that is I have my 2 draws. Okay, this is not going to be further process. So now we have to process for n equal to 3, where first person is going to be win 1 time and second person is going to be win 2 times. So I fix from the behalf of the second person, that is the 1 2 3, and I greedily fill from the behalf of the first person. Okay, so I know b is going to be win 2 times. So these are the most potential candidate from the behalf of the b, which is going to be win. So I partitioned this as something like this. Okay, so how we can fill this? I want a to be win, so maximum of a is going to be left side and minimum of a is going to be right side. So what is the maximum of a? That is the 3, and what is the minimum of a? That is the 1 2. Okay, also we can say that see that for n equal to let's say if I have for n equal to 1, if a is equal to 2 and b is equal to also 2. Okay, first person second person, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. So we can say that how we can draw, and we can simply process the draw cases, and further we have going to be process for the event of a and b. So now we have a equal to 2, b equal to 2. So first of all I just fix from the behalf of the second person and try to partition it, that is these are the 2 potential candidate is going to be win. So the minimum of a from the behalf of the first person is 1 and 2, and what is going to place over here? So how many events are there? B is going to be win, that is the 2. So starting from 1 to 2 is going to be placed at the right side, and from b plus 1, that is the 3, to the size of array, that is the 4. 3 to 4 is going to be left side of the array. Okay, so let's analyze one more problem, that is the n equal to 5, that is the first we have taken for n equal to 5. For n equal to 5, a equal to 2 and b equal to 1. Let's say for n equal to 5, a equal to 2 and b equal to 1. And how many draws are there? Draws are 2. Okay, so for a equal to 2, we have first second, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so first of all we have to extract the draw, that is it is going to be 4 5 4 5, and at that time we have to fix the second 1 2 3, and we have to find the potential number of potential candidate, that is the 1. So we are going to partition this array, and 3 is the potential candidate that is going to be win. And what is my current size of the array, which I have to going to be processed. This is not 5, this is n minus draw, that is my current size, n minus draw, that is 3. So I am starting from 1, okay, and going I am starting from 1 and going from how many numbers are there, which is how many events are there which is going to be win by B, that is also 1. So I am not going to proceed further. And in my left side I am starting from the B plus 1, that is the 2, and going from the going to the size, that is 3, okay, that is 2 to 3. And if there are some or element if we have to fill, then we have to 3, 4, 5, 6, so on to size, okay. This is for left, and for right 1 to B, okay. So let's generalize all of this approach and coming to the conclusion. So first of all, we have to check what we have to check. We have to check if A plus B is going to be greater than n, it is, then we are going to be print no. And if A plus B is greater than 0, that is and A is equal 0 or B is equal 0, that means either A or B is going to be 0 and other person are going to be some positive numbers. So A plus B is greater than 0, so I again print no, and after that all the cases are valid. So first of all, we have to determine how many draws are there, that we can came up with the n minus A plus B. After that we have to determine what is the remaining size of the array we have to process if we are not considering the draws cases, that is n minus draws, okay. So now we have to process the remaining number of events, okay. So for that I fix the S from 1 to size, and for first I partition it, and in my left side I try to fill from B plus 1 to size, and for my right side I try to fill from 1 to B, okay. And lastly from size plus 1 I have to fill to till n, okay. Now let's analyze the time and space complexity for this approach. So the time complexity, we are just traversing from 1 to n 2 times from the behalf of the first player and from the behalf of the second player. So the time complexity big of 2n, that is the big of n, and also the space complexity, we are not using any array, we are just trying to print this. So the auxiliary space of this approach is big O of n. So but if we are going to store all the patterns into the array, so it is going to be big O of n, but we are not going to store all the pattern, we are just print it out. So we use the auxiliary space as a big O of 1, okay. Now coming to the code part, what we have given t, after that we have given n, a and b. So first of all we have to take an a, initialize n a b, after that we have to take input a b, and first of all we have to check all the invalid test cases, that is if a plus b is greater than n, then we have to print no, and the second case is if a plus b is greater than 0 and either a is going to be 0 or b is going to be 0, it is going to be give me no, invalid case, okay. After that all the cases are valid. So from the behalf of the first person, what we have to print for from I equal to, in my left side I equal to b plus, from b plus 1 to I less than equal to size and I plus plus, and we have to print out I. Okay, and also we have to determine the draw. What is the draw? Draw, that is going to be n minus a plus b, and also we have to determine the size, that is the size is n minus draw. Okay. So, after that we print the left side, which is going to be win from the behalf of the A, and we have to print the right side. I equal to, starting from 1 till b I plus plus. Okay, and the draw section. Starting from size plus 1 till n I plus plus. Okay, and end of the line, and this is for the first behalf of the first person, and for the behalf of the second person, that is 1 to n, that is I equal to 0 I starting from 1 I less than equal to n I plus plus. Okay, let's try to run this code. Okay, yes, for 512 A is going to be win 1 time, B is going to be win 2 times, 2 and 3 2 times, and after that 2 draws are there. Okay, and for 201 this is no, yes, and for 300 all the from 1 to 3 1 to 3, yes, 2 1 1 2. Yeah, the code is working fine. Let's try to submit this code. So, and it is accepted. So, if you like this content and if you want more, then please like this video and subscribe to this channel, and if you have any doubt, any query and any feedback, then please reach out to me into the comment section. Bye bye, happy code, bye.